Hello, Sophia. Welcome to the Civic Service House. What brings you in today?
Well, I don't know really how to put this into words, but I guess I have a deep desire to be a career-oriented woman.
Okay.
You see, my father, he recently passed, but he was a professor at Boston University, and he really instilled in me the importance of education and knowledge, and I can remember sitting for hours on end talking with him and debating with him about history and sciences and English, literature. I mean, he really put into me the thirst for knowledge and the crave for knowledge, and
Great.
and I want to use that. I want to do something with that. However, I know that society isn't too accepting
Sure.
of career-oriented women, but I know that I have that thirst for it. I mean, when my mother passed away, I was all that my father had. So he would just pour everything into me. His lectures. I would sneak into his study and listen to and practice for them, and that was our fun time together. It was just sitting down and sharing knowledge and reading books, and that's how I learned about your studies and career counseling.
Your father had some of my essays.
Yes, he
Wow.
did. He was a fan of your studies and everything, and because it's a new field, and so I know a bit about that, and I'm still wanting to know more, but I have that desire, and I don't want to disservice my father and not use all that he's poured into me.
Well, I'm really glad that you came in today. You're actually one of the first female clients at the Civic Service House, and I'm really glad that you did decide to come in.
Push myself further than that. I want to go further than that. Also, let's see. Well, I love communicating my knowledge.
Okay.
I have a 10-year-old cousin, Elizabeth, and she reminds me a lot of myself. She thirsts for knowledge and has a deep desire to learn, and so I will sit down with her and go over the things that my father taught me and teach her about the sciences that we spoke about before, and the English and the history, and I love doing that. So perhaps something having to do with teaching. This is going to sound way off and ahead of our time now, but
Oh, do tell me, please.
I would love to be a professor of a very prestigious college, and be able to teach the kids what I've been taught, because I feel like I have something there to offer, and even going beyond that, this is going to sound even more far-fetched, but I would love to open a university someday.
Would that make you happy?
That would fulfill my every desire, my every dream. However, I know society isn't there right now.
Think about you being a female professor. Think about you perhaps even opening your own university one day. Is that the type of job or career that you would wake up in the morning and just be passionate about?
Yes.
Want to do it?
Yes.
And do you see that as a career that would possibly put your passions, your abilities, and obviously your desires to work?
For sure. I mean, the reading, the writing, the communicating. I mean, it just all brings it together.
You're right. Society, as it stands right now, for whatever reasons, many reasons that I personally don't agree with, may not be ready for a female professor. But believe me, society soon will be ready. I really don't believe at all, or even buy into the lie that a person, whether a man or woman, should just be happy at whatever type of job he or she may get, just for the fact that it's a job and it brings in income,
Yes.
or it's something to do.
Yes.
And further, it's my deep conviction that if you desire to be a female professor, then by all means, it is my role to educate you in the requirements, in the conditions, in the advantages, the disadvantages, and what that may look like for you pursuing that type of job. Perhaps even educating you on the type of compensation to expect. You know, it may not be as high as a man because of where society is right now, but it's my job to make you aware of those things and kind of help you process and to think through those things.
Okay. I would love that.
You know, but I do want to apply some, what I've come to call true reason, to what we've discussed here a little bit. I begin to get this picture of who you are, and I'm starting to understand you a little bit of your passions, your abilities, and your desires, and but I really want to kind of bring that into the here and now and tie that into where society is today and what that may mean going forward for you. You know, the bottom line is here is if you want to pursue a career as a female professor, then by all means I want you to go for it. However, you have to know that you're going to face opposition. As we both know, the world isn't as ready for female professors as it should be. Granted, there are a few of them. One of them is a dear friend of mine, and perhaps doing research about what it means to be a female professor today. Maybe she's someone I could consult, even bring in to talk with you to see what she went through.
That would be amazing.
But in the end, I don't want anything to stop you. You know, if you feel that you can endure the ridicule, the opposition, and the frank ignorance of those that may choose to blow off such an idea, and you feel that you can press on in light of that, then by all means I want you to kindle your passion for communicating wisdom and knowledge to other people. However, my role in this is we're going to do some research together. We're going to take stock of not only your abilities, but also the current employment situation for aspiring female professors or aspiring females that wish to open up their own university one day. And if after we've determined that what it would take to accomplish those goals is worth the sacrifice that you may have to endure, then by all means we're going to pursue it, and I'm going to help equip you as best as possible to pursue that. And you know what, if we determine that after research, after we've talked and see what exactly it's going to take for you to achieve those goals, and if we determine that it's not worth the sacrifice, then it's my job again to best channel your passions and your abilities into some other type of career. But the bottom line is, no matter what career you decide, it has to be something that you're going to enjoy. A job that you're going to wake up in the morning and want to go to and be happy and fulfilled at. And that's what we're going to pursue. How does that sound?
That sounds amazing. Thank you.
All right. Well, I look forward to seeing you perhaps next week.
All right. Thank you.
Great. Thank you.